Welcome back to Achievers Friends. Friends, there are three sets of sentences on your screen. The verb in the first sentence of every set is working as transitive verb, whereas the same verb is working as intransitive verb in the another sentence. So friends, I am going to clear all the doubts related to this topic in this video, and we will also learn about subject, object and verb, which is helpful in understanding this topic. Friends, transitive and intransitive verbs help in understanding finite and non-finite verbs, which I must say is ahead of all the topics. So go through the video carefully. Without any delay, let's start.
Friends, in classification of verb video lecture, we had studied that verbs are of two kinds, finite and non-finite. So, finite is further divided into main and helping verbs, and transitive and intransitive verbs, which we are reading today, are the part of finite verb. So, if we have to understand finite verb properly, which plays a major role in a sentence, then we need to understand all the verbs in detail. So we are studying today transitive and intransitive verbs. As per the definition, the word transitive has come from the Latin word transire, which means to pass. So the action it denotes passes from subject to the object. It requires an object to receive the action. Whereas intransitive verbs are action verbs that don't require a direct object to receive the action. So friends, first of all, we have to understand what is subject, verb and object. Then only we can understand that transitive verb is passing the action onto the object and intransitive verb doesn't need any object. Friends, there are few sentences which are separately written to mark the difference. Subhash caught the ball. Subhash is sleeping. So friends, first of all, we are talking about subject in all the sentences. That subject is that word which does the action in the sentence. We all know this very well and we keep hearing about the subject everywhere in every grammar topic. So it is clear in this sentence that Subhash is the subject, and in this sentence also Subhash is the subject. Who is sleeping? Subhash is sleeping. Who caught the ball? Subhash caught the ball. In the second sentence, the patient needs medicine. The patient is laughing loudly. In both the sentences, subject is the patient. In the third sentence, the teacher praised the child. The teacher is the subject, and here also the teacher is subject. In this one, my mother loves me. So who is doing the action? My mother is doing the action. So my mother is subject. My mother cooked well. Here also my mother is the subject. Now friends, I hope it is clear that how to pick out subject. If you have still any doubt, you can watch my video subject predicate and you will properly learn how to pick out subject from the sentence. Now let us see what is a verb. So verb is a word which denotes some action, state or possession. Subhash caught the ball. What is Subhash doing? He caught the ball. So caught will be verb. Here Subhash is sleeping. In this sentence, is sleeping is a verb because it is showing the action. The patient needs medicine. The patient is laughing loudly. The teacher praised the child. And in this, the teacher has left. Has left is present perfect tense. So verb can consist of two or more words also. My mother loves me. My mother cooked well. So friends, all these words are verbs which are confined and the underlined words are subject. Now we will come to the object. Subhash caught the ball. In this sentence, the ball is the object because object is a word which receives the action. If you say that Subhash caught, then this sentence will be incomplete because this verb needs an object to complete. But if you look at this sentence, Subhash is sleeping, this sentence doesn't need any object. This is complete. So we have two kinds of sentences in which the formation is subject plus verb plus object, and in other one subject plus verb, and the sentence is complete. So some verbs need object to be completed and other verbs are there which doesn't need any object. Now object is clear that object is a word which receives the action. In the second sentence, the patient needs what? The patient needs medicine. Medicine is the object. It is receiving the action from needs. Here the patient is laughing loudly. no object is there. But how we will find out that whether loudly is an object or not? So friends, object is person or thing which gets affected by the actions of the. So which word is getting affected by a patient? Medicine is the object which is getting affected. The patient needs medicine. If we say the patient is laughing loudly, there is no object which is found affected. Patient is the only person who is laughing loudly. There is no person or no thing which is getting affected by the action of the patient. The teacher praised the child is getting affected, the child is receiving the action, and the child is a person on whom the action is done. But in this sentence, the teacher has left, there is no object. My mother loves me, so I am the person who is receiving action. But if we say my mother cooked well, then although the verb is there, but there is no object to receive the any action. Now friends, I have shown you these sentences to show that in one sentence there can be two objects also. The first is direct object and another one is indirect object. So friends, we can see here that in all these sentences there are two objects. First is me and another is the ball. In this also, my mother presented her a watch. Both are objects. Rashmi gave Ankit a glass of milk. Two objects. Now, how to find out that which object is direct and which is indirect? It's very easy, friends. So, if we can ask the question in what, then it is direct object. And if we can ask in whom, then it is indirect object. Like Subhash passed what? Subhash passed the ball. This is direct object. Subhash passed to whom? Subhash passed to me. So it is indirect object. In the same way, my mother presented what? A watch. So this is direct object. And my mother presented to whom? This is indirect object. Rashmi gave to whom? To Ankit. Indirect object. Rashmi gave what? A glass of milk. So if answer is coming in what? Then that will be direct object. Now friends, you might have noticed that usually indirect object comes before the direct object. But the position of them or the sequence doesn't matter at all. A sentence is correct even if both the objects change their position. Now we can easily understand what are the transitive and intransitive verbs. So friends, as we had discussed in the beginning, that transitive verbs are those which passes the action onto the object, and intransitive verbs are those which doesn't need any object. So it is clear that the verbs in this column are transitive verbs and the verbs in this column are intransitive verbs. So this all depends on the objects. If object is needed, then transitive verb, and if object is not needed, then that verb is intransitive verb. You can easily pick your objects by asking what or whom also. Like Subhash got what? The patient needs what? The teacher praised whom? My mother loves whom? So answer is coming in what or whom. Now let us solve some exercises. We have to pick out verbs and we have to find out whether they are transitive or intransitive. The burglar disappeared. Here disappeared is a verb and there is no object after it, so it is intransitive. The sun rose up in the sky. So friends, rose up is a verb, and after the rose up, if we ask what or whom, the sun rose up, what? Answer is not coming. The sun rose, whom? Answer is not coming. It means it is intransitive verb. In the sky is not a object. Now friends, a question may come that rose is a verb, then why up is added? So friends, this is called verb phrase, which is a combination of verb with preposition. So this completely is considered as one verb because it cannot be separated from each other. Here up is not working as a preposition. It is working as a part of the verb only. That's why we will ask the sun rose up what? So answer is not coming. Therefore it is intransitive verb. Somebody has broken the window. Has broken is a verb. This is present perfect tense. And now we can see that there is a word window which is working as an object. Somebody has broken what? The window. So if we have an object, it means it is transitive verb. They are looking into the problem. Are looking into is a verb. We cannot remove into with from look because look into is a verb phrase. Look into means to find. So they are looking into what? The problem. The problem is an object. So it is transitive verb. The thief stole my necklace. The thief stole what? Necklace. So transitive verb. The doctor advised me to exercise. Advised is a verb. Me is an indirect object. Therefore, it is transitive verb. The children shouted with joy. Shouted is a verb. And there is no object here because with joy is a prepositional phrase and it cannot be considered as an object. So, intransitive verb. Also, you can check your answer by asking what or whom. The children shouted what or whom. Answer is not coming. My father came yesterday. Came is a verb. Yesterday is not an object. So, intransitive verb. Now, let us go ahead. We showed Rani the pictures. Showed is a verb. Picture is object. And Rani is also object. Two objects are there. This is indirect object and this is direct object. In both the cases, we can answer in what or whom. So, this is transitive verb. You need a computer to mail. Need is a verb and direct object is computer. You need what? Computer. So, transitive. I agree completely. Agree is a verb. Completely is not an object. I agree completely. Standing alone. So, intransitive. The baby is smiling a lot. Is smiling verb. No object after it. So, intransitive. The teacher helped me. Helped is a verb. The action is on to me. And we can also ask the teacher helped whom. So, answer is me. So, transitive. I made a story. A very easy sentence and clearly it is showing that made is a verb and story is an object. Therefore, transitive verb. They welcomed whom? They welcomed the guests. Transitive verb. The old man has fallen sick. Has fallen is a verb. Sick is not an object. It is rather adjective, intransitive. Friends, now we are going to solve very interesting exercise because in this exercise I have taken the pair of two sentences in which same words are used. So the first is the parrot sang the song. The parrots sang on the tree. So same verbs are there, sang, sang. But now one is transitive and another is intransitive. We will see how. The parrots sang the song. The song is the object here, but in this sentence there is no object. The parrots sang what? No answer is coming. The parrots sang whom? No answer is coming. Therefore, it is not an object. It is rather asking the parrots sang where. Therefore, this sang is transitive verb and this sang is intransitive verb. Father drives slowly. Father drives a car. Slowly is not an object. Car is an object. Therefore, this drives is intransitive and this drives is transitive verb. The kid is reading a book. The kid is reading in dim light. Is reading is a verb, but in the first sentence there is an object, book. But in another sentence there is no object. Therefore, this is transitive verb and this is intransitive verb. My friends eat quickly. My friends eat an apple every day. Quickly is not the object. It is adverb. But in this sentence, my friends eat what? An apple. Therefore, this is intransitive verb and here it is transitive verb. So friends, I hope this topic is 100% clear now. Still, if you have any doubts, you can leave your comments in the comment section and I'll surely answer to all of them. Before I leave, a small request, if you like the video, please hit a like. Your one like will motivate me to make more videos. And also, if you subscribe my channel by hitting the icon on the left side, you will always get the latest updates. Thanks for watching. Stay connected.